Hey guys, it's Wile, and today, since some of you know, I went to regionals the other day for like the 100,000th time in general. Figured since I did decently enough, I randomly decided I should finally show you guys my Sam deck that I've been working on. So basically what happened there is I went 5-3. I got 29th place, and the cutoff for invites was 24th. And basically all my losses, I hate them and they suck and they're so fucking stupid. So I guess before I get into the deck, just kind of give a quick report on what exactly happened, I guess. So round one, I faced just a random kid that just threw together a couple starter decks and didn't really know what he was doing. Hell, he even tried to... He did a normal summon, and then he tried to set another monster, and I was like, okay, you're a cool kid. And then he played Tragodia, like, a turn late. Like, I attacked him, and then during his turn, he summoned Tragodia. It was like, I don't know. It's just a stupid kid. But, round two, I played, Heroes. I think it was Skill Drain Bubble Man or something. I don't know. I think that's standard. But the point is, played Bubble Man, Heroes, and, I surprisingly won. Like, I don't know. Heroes have never been my best matchup. So it was like, oh wow, I beat one of my most annoying matchups, so that was kind of nice. And yeah, it was a close thing though, but like one thing I did is, I'll show one of my texts later that I had really kind of helped me a lot, and then there's a couple other things, but yeah, let's see. Round 3 I played, was that round 3 or is that round 4? I don't remember. I think it was round 3 I played yeah, round 3 I played Dark Worlds, and yeah, that wasn't that hard either. Like, I was able to get one OTK going, then he got me one game, and then the other, I just kind of stopped him cold with my side deck stuff, so that was some kind of cool shit. Let's see. Round 4 I played Dino Rabbits, stomped that in 5 minutes flat. That was a pretty fantastic thing, like, stomping Dino Rabbits in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Let's see, round 5, I played another Dark World deck. Fucking, we were both 1-1. Like, first game, it was alright. Second game went pretty well, you know, it was a standard thing. But then the 5th game, he opens up with a first turn card destruction, and my hand was really fucking good, and I could have done it, but then that first turn card destruction just completely fucked me over, and I had no chance of winning after that. Plus, I just couldn't draw into my macros as much as I really would have needed, but, because... yeah, I side deck those. No, not that. That's usually not there. But I side deck the macros. But we'll get into that in a minute. Now, let's see. Round 6, I played... yeah, round 6, I played another hero deck, which, yeah, was it Heroes? Yeah, it was Heroes. He was playing Skill Drain Heroes. You know, we went 1-1. Or was it that? I went 1-1. All I know is that one of the last games he had Skill Drain up, and I had a Naturia Beast out, and I just poked him the entire game and then just won, because he couldn't draw into anything and he just had an empty hand, so worked out pretty well in that game. So then the next round I played Heroes, and I actually played that dude previously at a local, so I kind of knew how he played, but it's just that he was just getting really good hands, and I wasn't getting as good of things to support, so... yeah, he kind of got that. And then the last round, I played my first ever Insectors deck, and yeah, not the best draws I could have ever gotten there either. Plus the fact that he top decked a fucking Dark Hole when I had my whole field stacked, so it was just, yeah, not my best time, but, you know, whatever, it happens. But anyways, that's what happened in my regionals. I hate luck, so that's how it goes. But anyways, gonna go into the Sam deck because people are like, hey, you should show it because I have a couple texts and then also suggestions, and you know what, you guys like YuGiOh shit. So first of all, obviously the 3 Kizans, shouldn't have to explain that, amazing fucking card. Yeah, and then the 3 Kagemushas, because it's Kagemusha, it's always a cool dude to have, you know, tune shit up and stuff. And then 3 Elders. I know sometimes people just like to run 2, but I like to have them because then I also get extra Exceed material, and then later on, if I want to use Double-Edged Stork Technique or something, I got them there just in case, and then the 3 Asceticisms to go with it, so there. 2 Kagekis, just because I don't like running into Kagekis too late. Like, I can deal with getting an Elder late, but Kageki, I don't like getting late, so I prefer to keep this at 2 because that's what works for me, and usually I don't use them all, and if I do, then it's not a huge deal usually, but they work. And then 2 Grandmasters. I might actually change this to just 1, but 2 is usually okay, just because if 1 dies, you can get another 1 easily enough, and then it works. But I've been thinking about changing this to something else, which I'll explain later, but 2 is a good number for right now, I think. And it's worked for me for the most part. And then my main tech in this deck is the Zanji. I just personally like Zanji because it's another Asceticism target, and its effect is really nice because then you can especially kill Spirit Reapers and shit. That's really nice. So Zanji right there. And then obviously the one hand, because it's hand, you know, you need it. Now let's see, so that's 15 monsters. And then my spells, I got 3 Asceticisms. Shouldn't have to explain that. I mean, sure, I only have the Elders, the Kagemushas, and then the Zanji and Kizans, but 3 really help. It keeps it up there as quick as possible, you know. It's just, you need 3. It works. And then I got 2 signals, just because, you know, it's standard. Shouldn't have to explain it. I only run 2 United, just because, I don't know, whenever I usually run them, they just clog my hand way too much half the time, which is why I don't know, 2 works for me, but a lot of people like to run 3. It's just that I never pull into these at the right moment. I always do it at the wrong moment, so I like to keep them at 2 just so that when I do get into them, I more than likely need them than don't, so I like 2. Then also, I don't run any dojos. I just don't like how they run in a deck like this, because you need to summon out a lot, and I'd rather focus on getting other shit out besides the dojos and just room in general. 2 MSTs. Thinking about adding a 3rd one, but for now, 2 works, because, you know, you mainly use Shien and then Churias, so, but I like 2, because, sure, you use those, but it's always nice to have the extra removal, just in case. Gateway, don't have to explain that. Reinforcements, don't need to explain Reborn. Book of Moon, I don't know, I like clipping shit down, especially when people are going to exceed and shit, so it works. It's also just kill random things. Dark Hole, heavy, don't need to explain any of that. Alright, that was 15 spells. I got 10 traps left, so let's see. First, Double-Edged Sword Technique, run 2. I love this card. What I hate though is when I get it really fucking early, when I don't even need it and I could use other back row support better, but I don't know, these, like I said kind of before with the Elders and the fucking Kagemushas, you know, you get those out, you have something else on the field, so you can either go, if you have another level 3 lying around, go into like a level 8, or you can Mistworm, or even get more Naturia stuff out, so, because usually you go for Shien first and then later go for Naturias, so this will help you go for Naturias, and, you know, if you need a quick late game kill, or if you want to get an Exceed going, if you have like 2 Kizans in your grave, or wait, yeah, you can get 2 Kizans with it, but, yeah, get 2 of those, and then, you're good. But usually I don't have to take the life point damage to this, and if I do, it's only like a couple hundred because of Kagemusha, so usually it's not that much of an issue. And then 2 Musakanis, just you know, standard things to run in Sams, and 2 is like the perfect number. Otherwise, if you run 3, it just pops up way too much when you don't need it, and then clog you. And also, since you don't always use your extra deck for, well, there's only one thing in the extra deck for Sams, so it's like too many of these will just fuck over the stuff that you exceed in synchro for. And then 2 Compulses, just because it's standard against most matchups and helps more than Bottomless usually, so I like to main deck it. And then 2 Solemn Warnings, don't need to explain. Judgment, don't need to. And then Mirror Force, I just like having that support because that's personally just what I like, so you know, you do that. So that's my main deck. 40 cards, you know, that stuff. Alright, then I'll go from my side deck and then I'll go to my extra deck, but I do Chimera Tech and then 2 Cyber Dragons. I only side deck Chimera Tech just because I don't have a room in my extra deck right now for Chimera Tech. I mean, I can make room, but the way I wanted to run it, I just didn't have the room for it, so, but still want to have it just in case, so I just side decked it because I had room. 2 DD Crows, it's standard, but honestly, this and Effect Veiler, I never really use these. I don't know, it might just be me, but I never find a good opportunity to use them. Either I just don't draw into them, or when I draw into them, I just don't fucking need them. So it's like, usually I don't use those or the Veilers, but I still have them just in case I need to or I want to. But yeah, I run 2 Crows, 2 Veilers, you know, those are standard things you're supposed to have. Great Shogun Shien. This, I side deck this in basically every match I had. The only one I didn't side it into was the first match against that random kid because I didn't need to side deck anything in. And then Insectors are the only things I didn't side deck this thing against. Otherwise, this thing is really fucking nice. Like, I might put this over my second Grandmaster, my main deck, but I don't know about main decking it. It might be sketchy, but having this as a good side deck, I don't know. I really like it as a side deck at the very least. So I consider that if you're going to run Sam's, run this because you can stop a lot of decks. I mean, sure, they still get their one spell or trap off, but if you can play it right, where you use Shien, like you have your other Synchro Shien to stop some other things, or you play their bait right, this thing is really amazing. So, I don't know, I love running this thing, and I might consider main decking it, but sometimes against certain matchups it's not always great, but then you can just side deck it out later if you really want to. So, I don't know, it's a thing to consider if you are going to run Sam's, because, I don't know, in this format, I really like it. But, then two Thunder Kings, it's standard. I just never got a chance to use it properly when I was playing, so, but it's still a nice card to always have. Leeching the Light, I know it's a weird thing to have in this current format with, you know, not that many, light things anymore, but there's still the Chaos Dragons with the BLS, and then, Light Rays are starting to pop up, and then Light Sworns, so just having this just in case. I never had to side deck it in, because you heard my matchups. I mean, I could have done it against Heroes, but I felt like I didn't really need it that much, but probably could have. And then, two Bottomless, because mainly for the Hero matchup, and then, Dark Worlds also I like using this against, because then get rid of their Graphas and stuff, and then whatever stuff they need for Heroes, since most people don't run Parallel, and if you can stop their Shinings, then it's always good to have this around. And then my last two, like I kind of said before, are the Macrocosmos, which a lot of matchups, mainly for the Insector and the Dark Worlds I love running this for, because Heroes, they can work fine with running Macro, but I don't know. I like this for Dark Worlds and Insectors. I'd rather run this than Shadow Mirror, because then they get a bit more easy to deal with, but I don't know. Every time I use this, though, they always were able to grab MSTs really quick and get rid of it, except for like one Dark World match, but otherwise, I don't know, I wasn't able to stop them just because they were luckily able to get in all their MSTs, so that's just kind of what happened, but I still like running it. I used to actually, when I first started playing Sam's, I used to main deck, well, I used Prison, or Dimensional Fissures, but then I started going to Macro Engine, but then I tried the Double-Edged Sword Technique build, and I just like that a lot better, so, I don't know. And then, my extra deck, I run the Catastor, just because still a nice guy to have, even if it's not as effective anymore, but, you know, just in case something happens, get this guy out, you're good. Black Rose, standard. Brio, standard. Driven Daredevil, it's standard for Heroes, or not Heroes, fucking Sam's. Why am I even saying Heroes? Just because, just stop high attackers stop high attackers, and you should be good against most things. Just hope that they don't have effects, but it's a nice thing to get out. Let's say they drop a Gores, quick drop this guy, and you're going to be protected for a little bit as long as, you know, you're able to get him out. So, I don't know, I like him. But I didn't actually use him much, because mainly I was focusing on getting my other guys out and using other weird ideas, but I don't know, I like having him there just for the security. And then, next thing I got is Gravity Warrior. Didn't actually use this at all, but I don't know, I like the prospect of him being able to be there for if your opponent has a lot of shit out on their side of the field. So, you know, it seems like a good perspective idea, which, I don't know, I'd consider it. And then its effect is always nice. If they're defending too much, you can just use it to destroy them, but it's always a nice thing to have in the back just in case. I might take it out for something else in my extra deck, but I haven't decided yet. But then there's Shien, standard, don't need to explain. Mistworm, I like having there for the level 9s, because with Trish gone, you want a level 9, and Mistworm is always a good replacement. But I even used this once against Dark Worlds, just because that was the only play I really had, but it worked out for the time I did it. And then, got Barkian, standard, Beast, standard, Stardust, standard, Scrap Dragon, standard, Adreus, it was kind of a weird thing, but I was thinking about just a couple of matchups I might have to deal with where I thought I might like Adreus, like for the Gores matchup, or just a couple other random things. I thought it might be good. I didn't actually use him just because I never really had Grandmaster and Shien on the field at the same time, so I never really got a chance to do it, but I don't know, I like having it there just in case, so that's just me, I guess. And then Blade Armor Ninja, pretty standard. Leviathan Dragon, another standard dude. Yeah, I don't know. I really wish I had a Zen mains though to put over this, but I do not have the money for a Zen mains. And then just one Utopia. That's all I really had room for. But I don't know. Utopia, I got out more than Blade Armor Ninja because I mainly just use this thing to support. Or if I use Asceticism in the turn and I didn't want someone to die, I just was like, okay, Utopia is the safest point, so we'll just go with that. So, you know, there's no reason to explain Utopia though. I mean, it's a standard dude in most decks. So that is my samurai stuff. If you got any suggestions, leave them below. I don't know. I like how this runs, so I might not change much. Like maybe just a couple texts I had, but then if you want to copy it, go ahead. It's probably shitty anyways, but all I know is my luck is terrible. That's the main reason. I just so. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile thing. I don't know, whatever. I felt like doing one because I was like, why not? And then also, I think I might put up a binder video later. I guess if you want to see a binder video, leave some comments below and I'll do one. Otherwise, that's it for now. So hope you guys enjoyed it, because that's just blah. Comment, sub, and later, guys.